All right. I'm slightly better than last week. All right, so this is gonna be week 2 of starting a little early because I can and I can go to bed when I'm done with this. So we have this week we're going to be reviewing some taverns from Tales Tavern's website. I decided just to do taverns. I might do a theme every week and just Google and not Google, but just search for themes and use them. So I decided to do taverns, and I'm going to try to keep it under 5 likes. So, regardless of how new it is, as long as it's under 5 likes on that Thursday, I will show it off. So the first one, and this will get posted to YouTube later. So, the author is R2 underscore D2 underscore 1. This is a slab. A tavern in combo with a seating area, kitchen, and fenced-in nature area on the first floor, and 3 rooms, 2 small, 1 large on the second floor. Okay. I was like, wait a minute, where's the walls? All right, where's the front? So there's the front. So we could just drop it here. We might like clean up the outside a little bit here. Because they didn't. So, you know, maybe we just do something like this here. Especially for, like, the slab ones that are, like, raised above the ground. I think it'll just kind of give it a more complete look for showing it off. And we can take a gander around it as well. I don't know, maybe there's a path leading. It's off-centered. Or maybe there's a path leading up the back. I don't know. Well, we're just kind of spitballing with a story here with this. Okay. Let's take a look. I like that they went with the full plastic look. If you're going to do one of these, do it all. There is a door out here. We don't have gates. I think so. This came out in, and I'm gonna put a date on them on these as well. May 30th of 2021. So not too much longer, or not too much different from when I started. But we still don't have gates. So I'm thinking this is what they're wanting to do with gates. So something that I have done is fences. I have used this as a gate. So if that's what they're going for, I'm not sure, because it does say that it is fenced in nature area. I just don't know. Maybe the spacing is off. And they just did that to fill in that gap. So, fences. So we can talk about fences for a second, too. I hate fences in this game. For whatever reason, they never line up. So I have a feeling that's probably what he did there, because you wouldn't have 3 gates. The best thing to do is just try to finagle it so that, like, these don't touch on the outside, they touch here. Then use this wall here to hide. Either you can go start here at the wall if you want that post there. And try to do something like that. You can even play that off as the gate. Or what I like to do, is that I would rather go like this. Clip the ends into each other. Then use this wall and hide it. So I would end up going like this. Because if you have this other wall here, you can hide it in, clip those together, and it'll look fantastic. So if you're going with the gate, go ahead and just drop one of these. Like I said, you could do a big gate like this, maybe if you're doing like a barn or something. Or one of these. Up to you. But yeah. So I like what they did with the flowers here. In this game, like I said, I felt like putting a date on these would make a difference. Because you can kind of see, like, they've not updated this since May 30th. I'm not going to comment on the roofs because I suck at roofs. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I'll have to look at the inside piece to see what piece. They used it pretty much all the way around. I don't think I've seen anybody do that before. I kind of like that now that I realize that it's all the way around. No windows. We should have had windows then. Because he's just using the standard tavern set. By the way, everybody's a he in my streams. Alright, so let's see here. Is this the front? Or is this the front? Or is this the front? This is the front. Okay, so signs help. Like how I placed that. I thought this was the front. But this is actually the front. So, yeah, just take a sign like this. It's now the front. Like, you know for sure that that is it. So, good to know. Because, like, I didn't look inside first. If I would have looked inside, I would have figured it out. So, this is the front. Now, I've done stuff like this for the front before. Where I've done, like a patio set. But I guess it would depend on your setting about this here. All right, let's go through the first floor here. Pre-made tables. So the problem that I have with the tavern set is that this color floor is like the exact same shade as a lot of the furniture. So let me pull it out here real quick so you can see. I have 5 taverns planned. I don't know how many we'll get through. I'm just going to go through and it's not. I'm not like speed running these. I like to try to break these down. So like, there's the floor for the tavern pieces. And then there's the tables. So I try, if I do a tavern and I want to use these tables, I will try to use the rule set. So that it's got just a contrast. Because then if you take the chairs here as well, the chairs are the exact same color also. Let me flip the sun around here a little bit. See that's better. Like this is all one color. 3 items, one color. But if you take this and flip it here. So that's just a general complaint. That's not a hate on the board or anything. It has that same like texture to it. Candles in the corners. Okay, we went the candle route. Let me raise. Okay, so we did candles. Nothing out front. So there's no bar. There's no like counter, anything like that. This is supposed to be a tavern in combo. We got a gap here, so you might as well just go ahead and do that, because it shouldn't clip through, and if it does, it's going to look better clipping through on the backside than it is to have a huge gap there. So you can just drop that. I hate stairs in this game as well. They're a nightmare to deal with. So he's got that coming up. We'll do the upstairs here in a second. But like I said, no bar, same tables over and over again. He did put the candles in the middle. And like I said, I want to date these things because some assets aren't out yet. As of May 30th. Kitchen area. Pretty big. I like that. Now, he used the bars here. He used the bar counters back here for like a little, I guess, a little cooking area maybe. So what you could do if you have something like this, if this is, you know, the inn, drop a table or two. You don't have to have a whole bunch of tables. The wall set's awkward, so you can't like put it here without put a mini there. You could do something like that. Drop that into there. Helps if I make things not float. So yeah, you can do something like that. Kind of drop that, maybe do a table. Just kind of space things out a little bit. So the problem I have with the pre-made stuff as well is it's hard to put minis down. This is pretty bare here. Still using the candles, use the alchemy stuff with the barrels, not bad. Some pies. Okay. Not terrible. I'm trying to think back of what assets we have at the time. So, the first level's not bad, like I said. He could have added the bar for the actual tavern. Like I said earlier, I don't like using this tile set together because it just blends too much, especially if you do a big area. It's good to have that contrast. So, we'll jump up to the second level. So you come upstairs here. No railing. Got like an open area to go to the bedrooms. So we got a bedroom here. Don't know why this is flipped this way. Got some shelves. Got a candle. Just weird placement on things. You could do... And I'm going to do this part of my review. Just so that you can just see how... You know, else you could do things. Especially if I see something that I wouldn't do, I will, So, I don't know if he was wanting to use this as a storage chest. Because, like I said, I don't know if we had storage chests at the time. I think we do. But even then, you can clip it down and try to get away with it. It just looked weird facing that way. Everything else looks fine. We have like books and stuff now you can add in, and we have definitely a lot more individual items that you can add in here. So just kind of flush it out a little bit. Same concept.
Hey,
a lot
kids.
of copy and pasting. Hey, fish. You catching my first review, my first slab, first tavern slab. The minis can fit. Still kind of use that same stuff. Like I said, I don't remember that far back of what assets we had. Double beds. How do you sit in here? Do you just like climb through the feet here? I get we'll try to go with more rooms, but at this point you may as well knock down these walls here. I don't know why there's two also. One would have been fine. And that would have kind of given you a little bit more room. But at this point, just go ahead and make it like this. If you do the double beds, you can clip them a little bit better. I'm not a big fan of these beds, but at the time, there was no double beds. And even now, there's only... What double beds do we have currently? We only have this one still. I think this was like the first big content update, and it's more goth style. So, it's not even like you can really use that. So, yeah, just go ahead. If I've done this plenty of times where I've just clipped the beds together just so you don't have that groove in the center.
I usually clip my double beds so the pillows touch as well.
Yeah. It just looks better. Wavework Woodworks. Thanks for stopping by. I saw your follow the other day. I think? Yeah, a couple days ago. So, yeah. So this is a tavern by R2_D2_1. And this has not been touched since... So I added... you guys kind of missed it at the beginning. I added just some of the space around it, which I'm going to do for all these tavern slabs. Because they're slabs. But I didn't even know that this was the front until I added a sign. Like, I thought this back here was. But that's the back. This is the front. Yeah, his fence is all weird. You guys can go back and watch the VOD. So I'll just show different ways to do the fence. Do we like this or not? I'm kind of indifferent. I will give the person some leeway based on him doing it May 30th of last year. So the game was still fairly new, limited on assets, not a lot of community at the time. So, chat, what do we think of this tavern/inn? Do we like it on Tales Tavern? I'll show you the bottom floor as well. Now, I redid some of this already. Because he didn't have this. There's a big gap there. And a whole bunch of the copy-paste tables down. I didn't touch anything back here. This is just how it looked. I mean, I'm indifferent. And indifferent, I'll let chat pick. Can I do a poll? That would be fun. Should do more polls. New poll. Do we like? And I'll kind of go around again. This might actually be a 2-hour long video. Because it's taken... I've been on this board for like 20 minutes now. We'll put it up for 2 minutes and go through it again. Alright, do we like this? So this is the back. This is the front. Like I said, I've made some changes to it. He had the fencing all wonky, so I just showed people how to redo a fence properly to make it look better. Because he didn't clip anything. I don't think he clipped anything on this entire board. I will let chat decide if we like this or not on Tales Tavern. Looks like we're leaning for yes. I'll take a yes vote. So, nothing, like I said, nothing too fancy back here. But I don't, like I said, I don't remember the assets we had. Now, if it's a newer build, I'll be a bit more picky on things and hold that criticism a bit more based on that. 2 for yes. I think we're going to like it. I think we're going to go yes.
I made a dinky grocer store but don't know how to upload it to Tales Tavern. Let me know what you think if you have a minute.
Oh. I will critique the F out of you. You'll like it. I won't even buy you dinner first. Dinky grocery store. Is it a board or a slab?
Hey at Workshop, how's the day going?
Guys, if you haven't yet, make sure you go follow GM Workshop, especially if you are up in the butt crack of dawn. He is pretty entertaining. And he likes giving my household a bunch of gifts. Because Noon and me cheat at marbles. Alright, well, while he's looking at his little dinky grocery store, we are liking this on Tales Tavern. The next one, we have another slab. This looks more city built. Let's copy the code. GM, you can send me the code in Discord, or you can, just send me the code in Discord. I think this is going to be the front. Use cobblestone, so we'll kind of raise it up here a little bit. We'll put it down here. So I'll kind of read through this a little bit. So this is from October 28th of 2021. Bogge is the author, Bogge. In simple layout, 2 floors with a sewer. Ah, okay. With the sewer is good to know. So we're going to delete that. What if we just take a wall real quick? So I put bases on pretty much everything. GM, we're going to do this one, then I'll come back to you and I'll critique your dinky grocery store.
Hey, Inked Fish, sorry it took me a minute to figure out the code.
So what I am going to recommend, so if you're doing like a sewer, or
it's very dinky.
Anything, for that matter, I pretty much do this on every single board, is I put it on a base. I want a wall. Thank you. But we'll just put it on a sewer, because it says sewer. So,
I'll watch the VOD later. Dinner is here, hope you're feeling better. You sound good today.
I'm getting there. Yeah, I'm coughing a lot less. Yeah, go have dinner, and I'll hit you up. Alright, so let's see here. Let's read the description. 2-floor inn with a simple layout. 2 bigger bedrooms for parties upstairs, and 1 private room. Maybe the town's wizard hired the room. Maybe a spy. Or the innkeeper. A chest in the sewer. An escape route. Slab is easy to modify to your own builds. So this is why I like putting things on a base. So that if a builder or another DM wants to add a basement,
workshop
they can.
Is that the grocery store you sent to SLA's H key?
Alright, so we have a sign out front, so that's a good start. What do we have out back? I don't know what's going on out here. Maybe it'll make sense. I mean, I see the well, and I see like the little gated area. I don't mind this. I just don't know what it's for. Got a little stairs going up. Alright. So the back's a little confusing. But let's take a look inside and see what we like. Nice and spaced out. We'll turn the exposure up a little bit. So if the players are inside, I usually turn the exposure up. Let's see here. So October of last year. All right. Double fireplace. I like that. It's nice and big. It is very open. Nice little detailed stuff. He used the corner pieces. Pre-made tables throughout. Couple loose chairs. Pretty much the same exact setup on both sides. I think he used the same pieces. Yeah, he used the same pieces on both sides. Nice little bar areas. You come in here. I like this. Now, the only thing I don't like is that we are limited on our pieces. So this is repetitive for me. And you really can't get around that because of the assets that we have. And I complain about this all the time. And I will do it every time I run into one of these streams. So if you take the furniture and drink, see these plates here that are on this shelf? This is the exact same plate. Look at the size difference. Those plates sit on this plate. So if you take the empty shelf of this, you cannot put these plates on there without having to clip it into the wall to fit. So it's not bad. It hasn't repetitiveness. So what I like to do with shelves, and if you guys have watched me build, you know I love this. This bench here, it is my go-to shelf. Pretty much anything you want to fit on here will fit on there. We'll throw this up there. You could even throw some food up there because it's a bench. Now, you have to deal with this, the under bits. That's fine. It is well worth having that space. I like the barrels. I really do like this big open area. I don't think I've seen too many, and I've definitely not made one like this. Here's his little trap to the underground. We'll explore that in a second. The ladder down. Lots of detail, lots of food back here. Now, this is hit and miss for me. I've used this sometimes, and sometimes I haven't. I think the only thing that I don't like about this is the blower and the texture of the stone. I've hid this with boxes before, especially the bigger ones. It's like the only thing I use the bigger boxes for. You really can't use the small ones unless you kind of stack them a little bit, like you could do, you know, something like this, which I'm not a big fan of, but I will use stuff like that. I would normally hide this if I decide to go with this. Problem is, we don't have... I love this stone.
The barrels and stuff make for great set dressing.
Yeah, it does. With this stone, I want this stone and other stuff. Like, I really like this stone. It's the only theme of that stone we have, so it kind of sucks. Lots of good dressing. I don't know how the bread stands up like this, but, you know, not bad. This is a full set. I like that. Yeah, he definitely did this after the Wizard set came out. We got some snacks on that. The barrels is a nice touch. Like I said, it is a very big and open area, and I like that. Let's go out the back door. So it's just more storage barrels, a well. I mean, do you put a gate on this? We have the palisade stuff. Like that, if this is like in a city, when you have like the walls and stuff up, do you just go ahead and put a gate on it? I mean, you could put this up there, but that wouldn't really look good. We don't have... Maybe that's why they didn't do it. And we don't have gates. Like, it's such a bummer. Doors? I mean, you might as well use the wooden doors, right? And have it locked? I mean, you already have railing and a walled off. You may as well put a door on there and lock the alley. Because I'm assuming this is supposed to be like for an alley. Alright, let's look at the underneath. Now I put it up on the ground. So I put it up on this. He did use the sewer pieces. So you come down this sewer. Alright, he didn't decorate this, so just fine. Left it open. But just a little simple sewer with a chest down here. Now I like in the description, and I try to do this as well. I like in the description that he kind of put like an idea for it of what you could use this for. Maybe the town's wizard hired the room. Maybe a spy or the innkeeper. A chest in the sewer, an escape route. Slab is easy to modify to your own build. See, that I really like. That, I think putting that in a description will help people see what you see. Now, we have no stairs on the inside going up. You could have probably used different pieces, like here. just for a bit more variety. He used that same piece 4 times. He used it on each corner. But yeah, so to go up to the rooms, you actually have to go outside, up the stairs. I think you should be okay with a mini. Let me check. And this is stuff that I do on mine, but it should be fine. Yoinks. Guys, thanks for hanging out tonight. I don't know how long this will be. I'm still struggling from COVID. Need some OSHA safety railings. That's kind of like a pet peeve of mine. On the inside here. But the minis fit, so no problem there. Then you go into the hallway here. There are windows, so that's a plus. So what do we have here? We got a double bed. Looks like some shelves. Got some books just thrown about. Got more of a... So, I don't like using these beds for, like, big common group rooms. I like using, like, the cots. I think there's, like, 2 cots. You can add a little bit more variety, because these beds, there's not a lot of variety. So you kind of run into that. No storage or anything. You could throw in some chests. You can throw in some end tables. You can, like, drop one of the beds or 2 and put in a dresser or something like that. As well. Kind of come out here to this. There's no door here or anything, but there's a bed back here for whatever reason. Some of the bookshelves. I don't like the bookshelves being that low on the ground. I'm always putting these in the air. Helps if I actually have it all set up properly. That's my bad. I didn't have this correct. So they did dress up this table and that. We'll go back through here because I messed that up. Yeah, I don't like having... Still nothing here, though. Yeah, I don't like having the bookshelves on the ground. I like them raised. And then you can, like, throw something underneath it if you want. Yeah, not sure what's up with that bed. A little common area. Probably too many tables. I mean, because you want people down in your bar. Another one of these. You could hide this with... You know, a couple barrels like that if you wanted to. Just kind of cheese it. Got the weapons laying here. Not bad. So, yeah, they updated this. They built this pretty much all in one day. Okay. I like what they did here with putting this up. Because these stacks, I hate the chimney stacks. They just don't sit right with, like, the roofs and stuff. So yeah, hiding this would make this look better. But you also have like the coal coming out of the bottom and stuff like that because it's a crafting thing. At this point, you might as well just make your own custom ones, and they're pretty easy to do. He put a roof layer. I don't ever do this. It's just one more thing for the players to have to navigate. I like the little design here. Like, it breaks up this, and I suck at roofs. So, I like the little idea. It'd be cool if you put, like, a ladder for them to get up here, though. I'm gonna like it. I'm not even gonna ask Chad. I'm only gonna ask if I'm, indecisive. But, Bogge, you can have a like. Alright, let's look at... Oh, he publicly... Okay, hang on.
I've got to dip. Great review today. Have a great stream tonight, sir.
Alright, thanks. Yeah, I'll be on for a little bit. Since, I'm gonna critique the F out of, GMs here. Alright, let's hear. Alright, a general grocer. Yikes. Alright, I don't know what's going on over here, but we're going to ignore that. So, I don't know how much GM Workshop actually builds. I know he uses other people's stuff a lot, especially if he needs something on the fly. Okay, we're going to turn down the fog multiplier. we're going to turn off that green because it's just obnoxious. Okay. So this is GM's little grocer. He has the same issues I have with this with the rule set. I hate the rule roofs. I really do. Like they just don't line up with each other, and it doesn't make any sense. Like you have to layer them to get them to work properly, and it's stupid. All right, I'm assuming front door. There's a second building here. I don't know. Where's GM? Where's your sign at? Is this the front? It's the same as the first tavern issue. Hey, GM sent me this to review.
Don't yell at me.
GM sent me this to take a look at. So
What's so deep?
I know that's what he even said.
I don't know.
Oh, you could definitely tell he doesn't build a lot. Are you judging my review? All right, let's take a look at GM. Great DM on the building. Pretty big. No lights. So one thing, I will show off a tip here. Especially if you have any type of roof like this, and I do this all the time, and I probably should do it every single time. You take the braziers, put the braziers up here. And they changed the stuff here. So you can, I'm going to raise this. Oh, no, I can just drag it here. So you can click on it and you can filter the lights. So now you can have the lights up here on without having to like flood, especially the bigger open areas. You can do stuff like this so that you don't have to flood the areas with the lighting sources. Braziers work the best.
Since when are fantasy grocery stores indoors?
I don't know. Maybe it's a Canadian thing. All right, let's keep.
It's so dark.
And I made it brighter. Like I added the braziers there to make it brighter. All right, so he's got a little fish market. I've done these before. Let's see what he used. Okay, so he did use the right tiles.
The grocery store I go to is super bright.
Well, yeah, it's because there's fluorescent bulbs. So don't use these tables. Make them yourself. They'll be worth it. You just take so that he can go back and watch this. And for any of you guys that actually, I don't even think you should be using these pieces. But these look better. Then you take this, then you can clip them in like that. So it more looks like a bin instead of just laying on the table. I mean, not bad. It's a lot of fish. So you have bags out here. You got bags of whatever here. He did at least rotate them. So that's a plus. These could probably be rotated a little bit just to mix them up. Those are good. It's not bad. Not bad. I like the sign here. So in theory, you could just take this and chuck it there. You can't write anything on the sign, so. These are all facing the same way. Don't do that. Unless you're like trying to make like some cool display of like them being like stacked up or something and like making a face or whatever. It's the only time you should line them up. But if not, rotate them just even a little bit so that the handles are facing different ways. Cheese is fine. You can same thing with the bread. If they have some design, just rotate it. Easy peasy. I like all the mushrooms. Rice probably. Pumpkin, then sign for whatever. Fruits and vegetables, I guess. Now he used the merchant set for this, which is fine. It's really good. And what they did is they took the merchant set and gave us individual pieces. Because people wanted... We were still missing green beans, but, like, people wanted this. I don't know how long ago he made this. You guys see this right here? He's doubled the floors. Oh my gosh. Get that out of here. I hate visual glitches. So, he has...
Cabbages.
Cabbages? I don't need no stinking cabbages. Cabbages, lettuces. So, he used the individual pieces one here. But, like, this right here, he could have taken this. And we're just throwing something together real quick. And just done the individual table. Because we have most of these pieces on their own now. Under the food and drink.
The floorboards aren't all facing the right way.
Oh, I don't care about that. That's because he used these pieces. And they don't. Like, that's just how they're built into the game. That they don't face the right way. He doubled up on the floors. And it was giving a glitch and driving me nuts. But yeah, so we have this here. So, like, go ahead and use this. But... use the individual ones now as well.
At least parquet the rest of them or whatever it's called.
Yes. So we have these pieces. Take advantage of, especially on these bigger sets. Let's go to his meat section. Too big, obviously, and that's just because we don't have the assets for it. Yeah, I mean that's probably my only really complaint. And that's with the game in general. That's not just a GM thing. You have to think of the assets that we have. So instead of doing, you know, all this,
the meat table is so dinky.
we just don't have the assets for it, and it is hard to do. Like a butcher shop in this game. You can. It's not easy. So, you know, instead of doing a big table with them just kind of laid out, we'll do something...
They should be at a butcher counter.
Well, these are already, like, cooked and prepped and ready to go. And this is a grocer, not a thing. So, yeah, if you don't have the assets, dress up what you do have. So I just took that, cut it in half, rotated this, and it looked, in my opinion, it looks better than having the same piece copied over and over again. It's a big grocery store. You don't need to have this big of a grocer. And that's because of the assets we have. Now, if you want to do it where you can expect combat, then yes. Go ahead and make it a little bit bigger. That will give your players a bit more room to have a fight. If it's a maybe fight, go ahead and do it on the smaller scale and let the players manage that smaller scale if there is a fight. Yeah, if he's going to use this and, like, there will be a fight in here with this many characters, or he's running it for Wednesday night, his home game, then sure, keep it big, give the players some extra space. Alright, let's look back here. I think his butcher is back here. So, I hid the braziers up here. We shrunk that down. The fish. You can do custom stuff for the fish. Don't do this. I could probably pull up my Kendon board, and I have a small fish market. I know that he streams pretty much full-time. He works full-time. He's got a family, so... him being able to make custom stuff is limited. I don't know what he's doing back here. I hope he's not done. That's it. I mean, that's really all I have to say, is I hope he's not done. I'm not a big fan of these pieces here. Because they have for whatever reason, there's a lip here. So instead of using those pieces, just go ahead and it takes a little bit longer, but it'll look better in the long run. So go ahead and take the tavern pieces, take the floor. One, you can get them all to line up properly if you're got one of those people playing. And then just drop down a wall. Like you can see, let me move his 5 pieces out of the way here. Like you can see the difference between this pre-made piece. He's got a lot of clipping going on, and I don't know why. So he has this wall piece clipped into this corner piece with floor pieces on top. He's got this clipped as well, plus regular, just simple floor pieces. I don't know. This is a hot mess. Like, I'm not saying that I'm, a master builder, but that's a hot mess. That's just, you just way too many assets. And you have to think about your players, too. Like, you have to think about... it is. You have to think of that. Just because my computer can handle it, can somebody else's computer handle it? So keeping the assets to a minimum while still making it look good is that like fine balance that I like to try to find. But yeah, you can just drop the wall in if you want to. They do have some.
Going to make him cry.
That's fine. He's a grown man. He's got gray in his beard. He can cry a little. But yeah, they do have some really nice tavern asset pieces that I do like using. This I don't use this anymore, because we have all these pieces. I'll just manually make this without that lip. This right here. This goes back to the sizing issue that this game has. Do I like this shelf? Yes. If I make this shelf with the actual shelf and all these individual pieces, will it fit? No. It looks stupid that way. But, so using something like this, great. Where's their corner piece? The last board used this piece 4 times. I wouldn't use it 4 times, but... And actually, you don't have to use it at all now. You can just make this, and it'll look better. Is there any other actual pieces? This is about it. This is probably the only piece now that I use in this tavern set. Everything else is custom made. Then a back door. So I guess this is his cooking area. Don't use the Morgoth. Dress it up if you do. Throw in the cobblestone or the ruined stone around it. Yeah, I hope it's not done. Even back here, it's pretty bare bones. Actually, I thought this was going to be like the house when I saw it from the outside. Like, I was expecting this to be the store and the house. Another thing with it being this big is unless you're good with roofs, you get this flat, boring roof. This is what mine pretty much look like all the time. This is why I don't do big buildings anymore. Like, the roof is one thing I struggle with, and I will always try to keep getting better. But yeah, actually, I thought this was going to be the house, or the grocer with the house. And at this point, you might as well do that. You might as well just take a wall, divide this in half, do the grocer, you could probably cut out a quarter of this, make this a little farm out here, where you're growing these vegetables and stuff. Because we have the carrots that are going into the ground. We have the Cabbage King. We have the mushrooms. Obviously, we're not growing cheese outside. Or grapes. You can do a custom apple tree. But yeah, I would probably cut this in half. Condense everything. If you want to try to keep the same overall size, do a quarter of this outside. Do this quarter as like the prep area for like the meats and the fish. Another thing with the fish.
Is there a bakery counter?
No, you can make one. GM, if you're watching, we discovered chocolate donuts. If you would like to have here, I will give you chocolate donuts for free. I won't even charge you for this.
Donut counter.
Yeah, donut counter. Me and chat found this last night. So if you take these little poles and you clip them in a little bit, they are now chocolate donuts. Then you can take the bottom one here. It's a little bit smaller, and it's got some white on it, so it looks like there's powdered donut dust on it. So now, GM, congrats, you now have a donut counter. So yeah, I'd overall make this smaller. Outside of combat, there's no reason to have it this big. And you might as well just go ahead and make this a house. For the butcher. I mean, this is a good size for a house, not a butcher's area. But like I said, I get it. I know his life schedule and how busy it is and everything. So plopping the pre-made pieces down like this, you're kind of stuck with it. If you don't have the time. I mean, we spent, 2 hours last night, and the only thing we did was build a counter and some tables. They look awesome, but that's all we did. So yeah, there's, like I said, I don't know what all this is. He just wanted me to look at his grocery store, so. His generic grocer is very generic. Even though it's not on, Tales Tavern, I'll still ask chat if we like. Like, do we like this? And one thing I like about doing these reviews...
Can you imagine if this was on Tales Tavern?
I mean, if this was on Tales Tavern, would we click the like button? I guess that would be my question. Do we like this to click on it? I'll leave the poll up for a couple minutes. See if we like this or not. So yeah, it's a good start. Yeah. GM, if you need me to build boards for you, just let me know. I'll build boards for you. So yeah, it takes practice. It takes time. And if you don't
I
have...
don't think it's a question of like or not like. I'd say good or needs work.
If this was currently on Tales Tavern, would we like it or not? Would we hit the like button? I know what I would do. I'm just seeing what chat would do. So I know we had a handful of people in here earlier, but then they had to dip, and then yeah. So I'll leave it up while I get this the next, since we were working on Taverns. Back to the Unknown Realm. While that is still going, I'll read off the next one. So this is by R2MI2. Updated April of 21. So this is not going to have a lot of the newer stuff on it. Medium size inn. 4 tables, kitchen, and even a bathroom at the first floor. I am curious to see how the bathroom goes. Alright, since nobody voted, I would not like that on Tales Tavern. Nor would I use it. Unless I absolutely had to. So, it needs some work. Good luck. Hit me up if you need help with it. Alright, so this is R2MI2. And with 4 tables, a kitchen, and even a bathroom at the first floor. Second floor proposes 1 royal room for 2 lovers, 4 small rooms, and the traditional common room. Copy the code here. Looks like it's just going to go on the ground, so we're going to stick it over here. Whoa, okay. Where's the front? This might be the front. There should be anything underground, so we're just going to kind of just drop this on the ground here. I like that he put a road out front. It's kind of my clue that this was the front part. Don't. So I've seen people do this, and I don't get it. I don't understand why people do like missing or slightly raised. Like I know it adds that depth to it, but to me it looks weird. And I've seen plenty of people do this. And I don't get it. All right. So we have the outside here. I'm not a big fan of the trees, but that's a personal thing. He's missing pieces, like he messed up. I think those are supposed to be some rocks.
I was stuck in a commercial. I missed that we are being judgy.
I'm with GM Workshop. I was being judgy because I actually know him. Everybody else, it's like this person here, April 18th of 2021. You have taken that to account. You know, it's a newer game. It's not going to have all the assets that we have today. So it's stuff like that we have to take into account. And what I like and don't like. I like the clipping of the swamp. I like that. I will have to steal that. I was judging the raised ground and stuff. Maybe it was a thing at the time. Some barrels outside. Are you hiding something? Looks like he's trying to hide that with barrels. Alright, let's go inside. Hey, the door opens this way. Alright. Not bad. We'll take everything
I raised
off.
ground too, but try to blur the edges with terrain.
Yeah, I usually put it up on one. Oh, like this one's glitching out back here. That bugs me. So yeah, we mentioned that earlier on this one, where like it mentions in the description that there's a sewer. So I went ahead and just put it up here as a reference. But yeah, I always put mine up one, at least one level. All right, inside of this tavern. All right. So we have bricks here. Don't know why. I like it though. Don't know why, but I like it. Typical candles, pre-made table, loose stuff on. Nope, that's pre-made. That is not pre-made. That's pre-made. I like the candles. Okay. I like the little fireplace area. This kind of goes back with the tavern set, where I don't like the pre-made 2x2s. I like just doing the 1x1s because you eliminate that groove. We should have had that at the time. Same with this. To this piece here, it's clipping through, and this is the issue you have with these pre-made pieces, and this is kind of like why I got away from them to begin with, because these don't set correctly in here. Like even okay, so he used the so he used the what's the harbor pieces?
Dock.
Yeah. He used the harbor pieces, so you can't scoot them over. They have to sit on the grid. But if he didn't use this wall, he could have lined this up a bit better. So, I mean, at this point, I don't know. I like this as a, as a bar thing. If you're doing like that pirate on the coast type of setting, I like that. You just have to finagle with the walls because that's just how the walls are. I like the shield. I like this little area over here. Decent clipping. Probably just almost double stack these a little bit so it doesn't look as like wonky in there. Like this looks like it's floating. Loose broom. I always like the loose broom. It's one of my favorite pieces. Alchemy set. Pre-made wall set. See, like, just having one is fine. Having 4 makes it look weird. The doors I hate. But I just hate these doors in general. I really do. It's just because they swing open. We need to check out his bathroom. Is this his bathroom? Yes. I like the picture in here.
I need to get back into map making. I've been playing Swooter practically every night to prep for the new X-Pack.
Oh my gosh. I've been building a lot. Tales Tavern is getting more popular too. So they did the barrel with the liquid in it as the toilet. Not sure how I feel about that. I hate these doors in general. You can put these doors on pretty much anything and I'm going to hate it. What is this back here? Kitchen area, I'm assuming. I'm not a fan of this table, in general. If I use this table, I use it as like a butcher's thing. I like the fire area. It's just, so he did the rocks, the stone blocks. I like this. I might have like dressed this corner up and like just did this all in stone. Ooh, I like that. Another thing I like about reviewing people's stuff is I can test stuff out if I like it. Not sure how I feel about those, but having this all in stone, I like this. I like this idea.
From Thurs.
Right? Yeah, I like the fireplace area. I like how they did this with like just the different assets. But that's what I would do. All right, we are going upstairs. I hate the stairs. And that's because
Sorry, trying to type and walk.
That's fine. I hate stairs in general in this game. It is so hard to put stairs up against a wall. Pretty much any chance I get.
Counter for how many times you say the words like and hate.
Well, I mean that's what it's gonna be. I'm gonna like stuff. I'm gonna hate stuff. And I'm gonna hate the things that Tailspire does. I'm gonna hate the things that people do. And vice versa with like. I hate these stairs. I hate putting stairs up against the wall. It's such a nightmare to do in this game. Because their walls are several feet thick. I'm building Strixhaven right now, and doing the walls was a nightmare.
I have a peeve about people spiraling the stairs the wrong way.
It's not even that. It's that, like, I just put the stairs in the middle of the rooms now. Or I spiral them, like, up, platform, up. Like, that's how I do stairs. I don't do them against the walls anymore. Because you get that clipping. This is glitching. That bugs me. That's just a pet peeve of mine. It used to be really bad. They have fixed a lot of it. So I didn't plan on streaming this long. So I have to pick another song. Or another playlist. Pretty sure this might be the exact same song in a different playlist. It's just a bunch of non-copyrighted tavern stuff. So yeah, the glitching here that bugs me. It used to be bad back in the day. So you come down to this room. The double beds.
Now I'm curious to see you review my hotel. Haha.
I mean, I'll probably, because I know you, I'll be much more meaner about it. Kind of like how I was with GM. These people, it's not so much, it's just what I like and don't like. Probably more about the game than their builds. We mentioned this earlier. Just take the beds and clip them. Take the chests. I mean, at this point, you might as well just use one big chest, but and now that was at the time.
All good.
We just don't have double beds. And the one we do is a Morgoth bed. So who wants to put that in a tavern?
It's how we get better.
It is. Yeah. I'm assuming this is supposed to be a bathroom. I don't know. I don't know what this is supposed to be. I'm assuming so, but that. Do you jump up on the pot and take a poop? I don't know. Got a little room here. I don't like the chest. You might as well just use a stool as an end table. They did the same thing here. Let's pop this out. Well, actually, just leave that there. Let's drop a stool in here. I like using the stools as end tables. Like if I do like they had a like these chairs here, I like dropping the stool in here as a nice little side table because the side table we do have is way too big. So I just like dropping that in there. So yeah, once again, I hate these doors. I see what they're kind of going with like the different doors is like the quality of the room. But yeah, they just I'm waiting, like I can feel the breeze when I open this door. I like this. I like the little bit bigger space. Single room with a bed. With this bed I like. Okay, a little bit of decorations, not bad. Helps if I actually do this correctly. Chucking stuff on there, I like that. Kind of the same thing down here. It looks like they just copied and pasted. Do something different. You don't have to use these chests. Throw in a crate. This is supposed to be their... let me pull their thing back up. So the second floor proposes one royal room for 2 lovers. I like how they have to be lovers. 4 small rooms in the traditional common room. Me, unless they're sleeping in a barn, the common rooms have the cots. The building itself looks too nice for the common room area of sleeping to be hay bales. Like these single rooms, I would probably just drop these off, open these up, do 2 single ones, then just fill these with cots. I mean, this has the balcony. With this, just do the railing. It'll look better than the ropes because you can clip the railings in. I don't know how I feel about the tree, the random tree there. If you are going to use that, just take this out. Oh, magic. I have to show you, after I'm done reviewing, I need to show you what I've been working on. I don't know if you've seen it in Discord or not. Yeah, just use the one with the base. It'll look better. Like, that's perfectly fine. I wouldn't use just the single solid piece, though. And use the railings there. Everything else is fine. So I guess the question is, do we like this or not? I'm indifferent. Again. I think I like doing these reviews of, like, people with 5 or less likes. Because they're like hit and miss.
The balcony design.
So this is as of April of last year. So the older stuff, I'm a bit more lenient on that because we didn't have that building community like we do now to like help each other with like this balcony design. So the older stuff like this, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm okay with that because that's what I was doing then.
True.
But like if the next couple, I got another slab and I think I got one more board to go through. Those are on the newer side. If I see like that with those, I'll be like, you need to work on this. All right, so do we like this or not? Do we hit that like button on Tales Tavern? Boom, polls up. Do we like this or not? I'm indifferent. There's some stuff that I really like, and then there's some stuff I don't like. The first floor, it's one of those things where I like the spaciousness of this tavern. Kind of got stuck with that, with what was available. Do we have... We have the single harbor pieces. But it does clip through, so you really can't put it there. While that's running, I'm going to see if I can do something different. I don't think you can without redoing... Yeah, I don't think you can without redoing the walls. Chat, if no one says anything, it's getting a no vote by me. So... Make sure you get your votes in quickly. Anything that I'm indifferent about and chat ties on, it's getting a no. But yeah, I like this kitchen area. I really like this setup.
Can't vote.
All right. I'll let you slide then, Magic. This I really like. This is probably my favorite part of this entire piece. Was how they did this. So, separate fires, separate blocks... Separate cauldron, and then the rocks. I don't really use these rocks for a whole lot. But, yeah, it looks good there. I could probably dress it up a little bit more. I put in the stone walls. And, chef's kiss that bad boy. Alright, we're voting no. On this one. Alright, let's see here. What is next? So this is the R2 MI2 medium size N. Now this one, January 9th, 2022. This is a slab as well, so we'll copy this code. I'm just going to kind of drop it down here. So this is the Tavern in Taverns by Crafol. It is a work in progress. You spell his name Crafol. Tavern of 2 floors with basement. With basement. What? Maybe a possible basement? Hang on. If he says with basement, we're going to drag this over. I'm not sure how it's supposed to sit, so we're just going to put it 10 off the ground. In addition to a stable, oh gosh, I can't read Spanish. Is Taberna in Spanish tavern? Anybody speak Spanish out there? Because the rest of the descriptions is Spanish. And I did not take Spanish. I took French. Oui. Taberna de tu pisos con satano Y3 habit. I'm done. Yeah. I mean, I could probably call my aunt and have her help me, but all right. I like the outside, so I'm a sucker for good roofs. And by good roofs, I mean not like how I make my roofs. Not like how GM made his roof. So, I like the piece up here. Like just putting just a different, like almost looks like it needs worked on. So that's nice. I like this, like the double 2-2 inward corner pieces straight up. Look, Noon, I'm saying nothing but good things about this. I'm assuming this is the street light or the main street. Not sure how I don't know what this is supposed to be. Got a stable. I like the little alleyway. Kind of did the same with the stable where, and I've seen this before, where you take these stairs and clip them into the roof to make it look like it's been worked on. So I've done. Oh, he did multiple layers with this, didn't he? Wow. Okay. Overachiever. So you can go like this with the roof pieces as an example. They put the stairs, the harbor piece, then the roof tile, then the actual 2x1 roof tile over top of it. And it looks good. Like having this at the crappy angle that these are at, it looks really good for a roof piece. And it just kind of gives it just a little bit more depth than slapping them on like I normally do. Wait, is this the... Wait, hang on. We did it again. This might be the back. I'm guessing this is the front. Guys, put signs on your freaking buildings. I can't tell. Is this the front? Like, the stable looks awesome out here. Because the picture has this as the front. With the barn doors out here. But where's the barn doors out here? Or on the back side here? The stable's really nice, by the way. Like, we'll start with the stable first. Alright, so this does look like the front. Guys, just hang a sign, please. You're literally using signs for everything else. Alright, let's get these stables to a point where I can see. The traditional hay bale clipping into the swamp pieces. That's pretty much standard for builders. Because I like this so much, I'm going to nitpick. Ooh. I like that they... So they won't use the signs to tell me which is the front of the end, but they'll use the signs for the stable doors. Chat, this guy's killing me. Crafol, you are killing me, Smalls, with the weird usage of signs. I do really like this, though. That's not bad. It is a little long, so you get stuck with that clipping. I think that's the only downside of that. But yeah, I like the signs as the stable gates. Would I use them as gates on like a house? No, but in here, I like it. It's a nice touch. Kind of the same thing on the other side. I don't know what the mushrooms are supposed to be. I'm not a farmer. Hay bale in the steps there. A log. Those are pretty good. Go up to the second floor. Has like a little overlook area off the backside. Don't know why, but it does. I'm not sure how I feel about the railing, and then just got the standard hay bales up top. The structure itself is really good. Like this alone, I would like this entire thing, just for how the outside of this is built. So big props on building of the structure. The inside, I'm nitpicking, so don't feel bad. Alright, inside of here. Alright, so this is a very good example of what we talked about earlier with color contrast. And this is a work in progress, and this version is 1.3. So, he's updated this a few times. And that's what the people who've been building for a while, that's what we have to do. We have to go back and update builds based on new assets that come in. standard copy and paste tables. At this point, you shouldn't have these. And like, if you want one, sure, you shouldn't have 5 out of 5 be the exact same table. There's no reason for it. Oh my gosh, is this a knife throwing area? Oh my gosh, I love this so much. It's like a knife and axe throwing area. So it's got like a pole with some shields behind it, and then it has an axe and daggers stuck in it. You could probably clip this one a little bit more in there so it's not floating as much. It's got like a roped off area. The candle is floating, by the way. This is awesome. This is a brilliant idea. Axe throwing is fairly popular here in the U.S. It's like a bachelor party, bachelorette thing, or like a group outing to go throw axes for whatever reason. That's a brilliant idea. It's like, oh, your tables suck. The axe throwing and knife throwing, fantastic. So yeah, I'd work on the tables there. The bar counter area. Let's see here. We use this wall. The standard pieces there. Okay. I like the plates being off-centered. I like the use of this table. So they took the plain wizard's table and clipped it as like an L-shaped desk into the corner. I mean, you have your pies floating a little bit here. You really can't put them on top of there because of this shelf here. Kind of goes back to earlier what we were talking about with the shelving. Don't do these. Just do one. So he could do... By the way, everybody's a he. Magic, definitely a he. I'm just kidding. I've actually spoken to her, so that I know. Furniture. This. Raise, this up. Chuck your pies up there. And actually, you could probably drop this down onto here. Clip it into the wall. Actually, I'd probably drop this pie here. Do 2 pumpkin pies and have it staggered up like that. And actually, you probably take the apple/cherry pie, slide that underneath. So it's almost like a pie rack, like you would see it like a bakery type of deal. Yeah, I'd probably slide this over, get rid of both of those, because it's just that repetitive look that the style gives. Stuff back here. Looks good. Not a fan of this anymore. I used to really enjoy it, but we have the individual pieces. Fire. The stove area. You could do some work on this. I think this is going down. So that's going down, so we'll do that in a second. I don't know what these tiles are supposed to be. There's one over here, too. Maybe it's for their story. Alright, so we're going to go downstairs and it curves to the right. Very confused. Hang on, let's see this door here. So this door opens, or this needs work. There's no place to go. You open the back door and you fall down into the basement. So, got to work on that. And like I said, it says work in progress, so. Leads down into a little cellar. I like this. I like what they did with the base around the outside. Let me see something real quick. Just remove these dirt pieces. You don't need it. There's no reason to have it. It just hogs up more asset space. They use this again. You can push this back into the wall. Like I said, it's work in progress. So Could you? I don't think you really could. I was thinking about if you could hide a brazier in here, because that's my new favorite thing. Instead of having all these torches. Yeah, I'd probably cut back on the torches. Just turn the exposure up if you're down here. But not bad. Like I said, I like the base here that they did. Which is covering up the dirt, which you don't need. It serves no purpose. Alright, so we head back upstairs. Okay, let's see here. Let's keep adding... So the door is, obviously, it's clipping through there, because this is not high enough. You have to be wary with floors, or doing multiple stories, because that's... For me, it seems like it's always an issue of height. Because for whatever reason, the people at Tailspire think that that floor tile should be 3 feet thick. So, and that just comes back to how the pieces are designed. I like how this is designed. He just didn't give himself enough room. And you might as well... Well, you really don't have to do a railing there. You might as well just take off this railing for the most part. I don't think you'd really need that. I'm going to drop the roof just a smidge. Room, like I said, work in progress, so just got to finish that. Let's see. I got a fireplace here. I like the double stack fireplaces. I don't know how I feel about this one double stacked. Usually when I do double stacked, it'll be the stone ones. Just a stone custom one. I like this. This is going good so far. So it's a Tailspire thing, but here, I hate these pieces. I hate how much they dive into the rooms. It just makes the rooms themselves smaller. The pillows are a nice touch. Like, this is a very nice, fancy room. Could use a stool or a chair. Other than that, I like that room. That's probably one of my favorite master rooms I've seen so far. But you have to take off the roof to... So the problem with these pieces being in the corners of the rooms is that for you to get rid of that piece, it's reading... The game reads this piece all the way down here at the floor. So you are stuck with this piece, and you're still missing stuff. You have to bring it all the way back up to here. Yeah, and that's just a coding thing with the game. So yeah, that sucks about the corner pieces because it makes the structure look fantastic from the outside. Could just redo the rooms a little bit to basically just have this as a corner. Just do a corner wall here so that you're away from this, but you can still keep that outside shape. Make it smaller if you have to. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably almost just do a wall here. Yeah, just stay away from that. Trunks, it's very crowded in here. I mean, if that's what you're going for, then great. That's floating. That's like a work in progress thing, because I don't have depth perception either. Going upstairs to nothing, I think. A hatch and attic, okay. So, stairs up to an attic, you know, throw crates, throw an extra bed, throw some furniture up there. Overall, pretty good. I'm definitely going to like this. I am liking this on the outside structure alone. That's it. Like, that alone gets the like from me. And that's because I suck at roofs, and this is a fantastic job on the overall look and structure. And because Magic is probably still hanging around and she's a good inspiration, take this wall and go too high. She does the too high walls all the time. If you go too high with the walls, it'll solve the stair issue. So you just take the top, raise it up, drop another wall there. It'll give this tavern a bigger feel, but it'll fix your stair issue. And I think that'll be probably the best way to fix the stair issue is to double up on the walls. So thanks, Magic. You're one of those people who double up on walls. But yeah, it's a good board.
Double walls all the way.
I don't do it a whole lot, but in this situation, it fixes their stair issue. So yeah, I would try it out. And Crafol and see what you like. But yeah. So that's Crafol's board. Crafol. I liked it because, like I said, alone on the structure itself, fantastic. If he wants to come build my houses all the time, I'll let him do it, and I'll decorate the inside. All right, so the last one. Man, this went on way longer than I was expecting. I was trying to keep it to an hour, but GM had me look at one of his. So we're going to look at Thelanor, the Elven Town. Is this a full village? It wasn't supposed to be a... Alright, we're going to not look at that one because it says Elven Town. For whatever reason, it popped up under the Tavern section. So, I think we'll probably end this week's review there then. Because I threw in GM's thing. Yeah. Yeah. Whew. I like the guy, but yikes. So yeah, there's week 2 review of Taverns. We did 4 taverns and a grocery store. I did the grocery store as a favor for a friend. So check him out. If Black Wolf Magic ever decides to start streaming Tales Tavern again, check her out. Noonville, thanks for hanging out tonight. GM, thanks for stopping by. Inked Fish. Wayfork. Yep, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for everybody else that's just lurking. I see you. I'm just not going to call you out.
I will.
And, yeah. Let's see if anybody else is streaming Tailspire. We'll go rate them. And, this will be up on YouTube later. And no one's streaming Tailspire. Let's check Dungeons and Dragons and see if anybody is streaming D&D in Tailspire. Probably not, because everybody's still using that stupid thing called Roll20. Guys, stop using Roll20. Just use Tailspire. Nobody. Nothing. Okay. We're going to go. We'll see everybody next week for another review. I'll be streaming before that, but until the meantime, we'll see you guys later.